Peter Pan, that's what they call me. I promise that you'll never be lonely. Peter Pan, that's...
What's going on, guys? Back with another video. And like in this video, it's gonna be a story time on when I was looking at 400 months, 33 years in the penitentiary. You feel me? I was facing 400 months, 33 years in the penitentiary. You know, it was over some other stuff. A whole nother case. And this ain't had nothing to do with the other case. My other case I was in is years apart and between them cases. You know, so them years apart in them cases or whatever. But how this one started off, I was 18 at the time. You feel me? Now I'm old enough to go to jail. I'm old enough to go to prison now. You feel me? I'm 18 now. I can go to jail, I can go to prison, I can go in there with the big dogs, all that. You feel me? And how that story started off, you know, it was me and one of my friends, you know, and then got involved with some dude. You know, they had a little altercation or whatever, a little junk. And then we left the situation. Shots go off. People's stuff gets shot up or whatever. They put the blame on us because we was the last one seen there. Where his pops was the last, we was the last one to see us. They was the last ones to see us. So everybody, they assumed that we did it or whatever. So that's what they accused us of. No, my charges. They hit me with a lot of charges, you know. Hit me with a lot of crazy charges too. A lot of stuff they hit me with. A lot of crazy charges, a lot of stuff, you know. Boom, they hit me up. And so, boom. This story, how that go. They had a little altercation over some little junk. Whatever, I don't know, but we left. Like, we wasn't even there when his junk supposedly got shot up. So we wasn't even there. That's first. So boom. But then on top of that, all that goes down. I'm at home the next day. I supposed to been in school. You feel me? But good I wasn't in school because I didn't want them to come pick me up. I didn't want them to come pick me up from school. You feel me? I didn't want them to come pick me up from school like that. Cause they came with SWAT people. Like, I'm talking about, like, when they came to the door, my grandma was scared. You feel me? She scared for her life. They coming in there with big guns. They coming in there with guns she ain't even ever seen in her life. You feel me? And so, not supposed to be in that school, but I ain't. I'm at home chilling. You feel me? Chilling like a villain. Boom. I'm just chilling. And boom, I hear some scratching, like outside. Boom. I hear scratching outside in the leaves. You feel me? I had just finished smoking a little cigarette, smoked the blunt and everything. I had just put the cigarette out. Boom, I heard a scratching in the back. I look out the window, try to see who it is. I can't see nobody. So I don't see nobody. So I go outside my door. But when I go outside my door, all I hear is, we got an arrest warrant for such and such. Me. They got an arrest warrant for me and everything. And so I'm like, whoa. I run to my room. I don't even know what I threw into my room. I don't even know what I threw into my room or nothing. But I don't know what I threw into my room. I can't even remember. Like, I ain't even have no shoes on. I didn't even put no shoes on. I just took out. I just took out because I do not like the police. Don't come out talking about you gotta arrest one for me. I hit the jets on them guys so quick. Hit out the back though. Boom, on them, gone. I started running. The dude was right there. Cause what I heard scratching in the grass was a police officer on the side of the house, but I couldn't see him. So as soon as I came running out the front door, he right down the side of the house. Get down, get down, get down, I'ma shoot. He did say it 3 times, cause he said, I told you to get down 3 times. I was finna shoot you. Da da da. I didn't know what he had in his hand. Like I looked at his hand, like, but I couldn't see if he had a real gun or if he had a taser. Cause if he had a taser, I'd have kept running. I'd have kept running if he had a taser, but you feel me? I didn't know what he had, and I wasn't trying to be no Trayvon Martins. I wasn't trying to be nobody else that done got killed by these white police officers and stuff. Cause they really don't care about you. They really will shoot you. You can get down, they probably still stand over you and shoot you and kill you and stuff. So I'm like, I ain't wanting to shoot me. You feel me? And I can get down. So, and I just dropped on the ground in case he did shoot. Like third time he said get down, before he even would have shot the gun, I would have dropped to the ground. So when he shot, he'd have missed me. Boom. So I just dropped down, just belly flop on the ground. Boom. He come throw his knee on the back of my head, pick me up and stuff. Start searching all in me and stuff. Start searching me. He all on my penis and stuff. Like he all on my penis, my testicles. He all on all of my private parts. You feel what I'm saying? And he not where he's supposed to be. Like he's supposed to be, cause if he would have searched me real good, he would have found something that he needed to find, but he didn't, because he was too busy searching into my private parts. Like, come on, dudes, that's funny. Like, you feel me? Like, it's something funny with that. That's how I'm looking at it. Like, it's something funny with that, bro. Like, why you feeling on my area like that? You keep feeling like that. You running my little pockets, keep feeling on my nuts and stuff, and it's nothing there. You feel me? And what you really looking for, you not finding. And so that was really irritating me. And then another thing, he picked me up, boom. Picked me up, because I ain't had no shirt on either. Mind you, now I'm just like in some pants. I'm just in my drawers and my pants and my socks on, cause I was just chilling in the crib. So I ain't had no shirt on, no shoes, no nothing. I took off running, just took off at the door, boom. So he take me in the front. I ain't got nothing on, but it's hot. It's the summertime. It's hot outside. Boom. My grandma in the front yard, she crying her eyes out. They got me handcuffed, walking in front of her. Soon I could hear her crying from the backyard. But when I come to the front yard, she look at me, start crying even harder, because my dad had just got locked up. Then now I'm getting locked up. And so that messed her all the way up. She wasn't knowing how to feel. You feel me? So, boom. And then I hop in the car. I hop in the car with the dude. He put me in his car and everything. He put me in the front seat, right beside him. Had the AC turned all the way up. He blowing the AC real hard in my face. Mind you, now I'm like this. I gotta be like this because I can't lean back on the handcuffs because it's hurting my arm. You feel me? It's like cutting on my wrist and stuff. You feel me? It's like cutting on my wrist. Boom. And then so I'm like, so I ain't want to lean back. I'm like, man, he wasn't even trying to loosen up the handcuffs or nothing. It's like he tightened them up. He wanted real tight on my junk. Then next thing you know, his phone ring. And then he pick up the phone. He like, I'm gonna call you back when I get out the car with your brother. I'm like, what you mean? When you get out of the car, what you mean? You feel me? That's when I knew he was on the phone with my brother. You feel me? Because he said he gonna call him back. He gonna call my brother back when he get out the car with me. You feel me? So I'm like, what's going on? I'm like, this got to be a joke here. It's crazy. You feel me? You talking to my brother, even though my brother messed with the police or whatever, but that was his friend. You feel me? And so I'm like, man, this crap crazy. They take me in a room or whatever, little room with the camera in the wall, the damn table and the chair. They come in the mug, trying to be good cop, bad cop. They trying to play good cop, bad cop and stuff. One dude trying to be the bad cop. One dude trying to be the good cop. They trying to get me to tell something. I ain't got nothing to tell. He get mad, bang on the table. Cause I'm going like this. Cause I'm gonna sum it up. Cause it's long. It's way more longer than that. Like, and then they ask me hella questions. He not getting nothing out of me. You feel me? He just. And then the other dude, and he telling him to calm down after he turned up and started banging on the table. Cause he banged on the table like, I know you know something, but I know you know cause he stayed right down the street from you. Y'all don't stay too far from each other, so you got to know him. All this type of stuff. You feel me? So, and then the other dude, like, he like, calm down. He like, calm down. Then the other dude was trying to talk to me. He like, well, if you tell us something, we could take off all these charges. It was about 6 charges that he said he can take off, about 6, 7 charges he said he can drop, and I'll be left with 1 charge. That's what he say. You feel me? I'm like, man, I don't have nothing to tell you. I don't know nothing. I don't know nothing to tell you. So boom. And so then and then the dude started getting mad. He like, well, all right, well, give me your phone and and all this type of stuff. So I'm like, I don't care. You could take my phone. I only had like pictures of a weed like a pound of weed in my phone. I only had a picture of 1 gun or something, but it ain't have nothing to do with the case. It wasn't none of the pictures that was in my phone had anything to do with this case. So I didn't care because none of it could be used for this case. You could see a gun that wasn't used in that crime. You could see some weed that ain't got nothing to do with that crime. So, you know, so I really didn't care what he take out of that. He came back like, we gonna keep your phone for evidence. You know, I'm like, I don't care. Keep my phone for evidence. It don't make no difference to me. You feel me? Then boom. And so he kept my phone for evidence and everything. Then eventually they came in there to get me. Took me to in the front. CSI was there. CSI was there. And then because they had to fingerprint me, I had to go do a fingerprint. They had to fingerprint me and everything. After CSI fingerprinted me and everything, cause I had told them to take me to the jail because he was like to rewind back some. Before they had took me out the room, I had told them to take me to jail because it was making me mad for real. Like, it was really pissing me off. So, and now I was just like, just get me out of here. Take me to the jail. I don't got nothing to tell y'all. You feel me? Boom, take me to the jail. And he take me out there. They fingerprint me, CSI fingerprint me and everything. And then they take me up there to the jail where they could process me in and everything. They processed me in and everything, and eventually going through the whole case, going through the whole experience. You know, me and my Cody, my brother, we got the same plea deal. You feel me? They gave us the same plea deal or whatever. We got the same plea deal, and he had already told me if they offer me some time, like in the plea, don't take it. You feel me? Because they had offered him some time. He didn't take it. You feel me? And then they came with me with that plea, and I took it, and he took the same plea. You feel me? They ran some of our charges concurrent. That means they ran them together. They ran, well, mine, I'm not sure about him, but I know for me, they ran 2 of my charges concurrent. So, but it really don't make no difference. You still got felonies. You feel me? But, and then on top of that, I mean, it ain't made no difference. And then man, we was looking at some time, man, and we done made it out, man. Like, we were looking at real time over this situation, and I'm glad it ain't happened like that. I'm glad we didn't have to face that time, because that's a long time, and both of us was young. He was only 18 years old. And so, and then we don't need to do no time in prison. Like, all this stuff out here in the world, we can be doing great things instead of being locked up in the cell, man. Instead of being locked down, you can't do what you want to, can't be around who you want to. You ain't got no females but COs. You can't even use the bathroom when you really want to. I mean, you can. I mean, but there's gonna be other people in there wanting to use the bathroom too. Other people wanting to use the microwaves, the phones, the this and that. Like, it be too much. Like, you don't want to live your life like that. Feel what I'm saying? And so that was a crazy, crazy, crazy time, and a learning point in my life too. You know, a learning experience, crazy time. And it's like, man, I'm glad I made it out. I made it through it. But it was tough. You feel me? And then even afterwards, even still right now, it's tough because of the simple fact that it's tough because of the simple fact that we got felonies on our records and jobs and stuff like that. It's out of the question. Once they look at your record and look at your charges and see them type of charges and see that type of record on that don't nobody want to mess with you, man. It don't even matter. Like, and that's what I was just talking to myself about the other day. Like, they at least need to make it, once your charges is at least 7 to 8 years old, they should drop the felonies or whatever charges that you will, mainly be felonies, because them people ain't gonna really worry about misdemeanors unless you stealing money, doing fraud. I mean, that'd probably be a felony too. Them must be doing fraud and stuff and stealing money or whatever. I mean, that's the only thing they probably really care about. But I mean, if you ain't really on it no more, you trying to better your life and you trying to do better things in life, I mean, why would they keep trying to hinder you and keep trying to hold you back? I know some people are probably mess it up for others, because I done had that before, and I could explain that situation in another video. And that's a good story too. You feel me? And it's crazy how that shift my whole life up. Like, it shift my whole way of life just from that one, that, you feel me, just losing that job in that incident. And it wasn't because of nothing that I did. And that was the crazy part. But it just goes back to when people have records and people have felonies. If you gonna go to a job and you gonna do something to a person, man, don't even bother getting a job. Go do something else with your life, man. Don't go and mess it up for the next person that's trying to better themselves. All the stuff they got on me from the past, that stuff is old and out of my way, and I'm trying to better myself. You feel me? I'm not on probation no more, cause I was on, cause another thing, when I got out of jail, they had put me right on the ankle monitor. Like, soon as I got out of jail, they didn't even let me out the building before they put it on my ankle. They put a slam on my ankle, still in the building, everything, taught me how to use it and everything. I was on there for 13 months, 1 year and 1 month. I was on there. And then soon as they came and took me off of there, I had to go to court, and then they put me on probation. You feel me? They put me on probation for 2 years. They put me on probation for 2 years. But I had to spend another extra year on probation because I never paid the money. And I felt like what was the point of paying the money to be, why am I gonna pay you to have me on probation? You feel me? It still doesn't make sense. Like, why these folks? But I mean, they probably got their expenses or anything, but you charging me to be on probation? Like, I wasn't going for that. And so that's why I didn't want to pay it. And I didn't really beat that neither. I didn't really beat that neither. I still had to pay a little bit of bread, but it wasn't as much as I was originally gonna have to pay, just paying it like that. But I didn't want to pay them nothing. I didn't want to give them a dime of my money for them to have me on probation. It wasn't right, and so it wasn't right. So I wasn't planning on doing that. And so then they put me on probation. They had me on probation for 3 years, ankle monitor for 1 year, 1 month, and I was only locked up for like a month and a half, almost 2 months or something like that, about a month and a half or so. I was only locked up. Then had to be on the ankle monitor. Then I had to be on probation, and I'm currently off probation. I'm off probation. Everything is good. The only thing, I still got felonies over my head that's gonna be with me for life. And so, I mean, that's the thing that hinders you back from jobs, and to better yourself out here. But I get my way, and I get my chance to better myself. I don't really stress it. I just keep it going. But I hope y'all like that story and everything. I'm gonna come back with another one. I got another story. I got multiple. I told you I got a lot of stories time. I got a lot of stories, because there's a lot of stories, a lot of stuff that done happened in my life. I got a lot of stories, multiple stories that I'm gonna bring to you guys. Team So Wealthy. Stay up. I'll be back with another video. I love you guys. Peace.
Peter Pan, that's what they call me. I promise that you never be lonely. Peter Pan.